Okay, today's question comes from Barbara, who asks, Christinna, there is a rumor going around that if you turn your self-tape in either at the last minute or right at the deadline, there is a strong chance that your tape will never be seen. Is this true or just a rumor? Okay, Barbara. When I worked in casting, and all we held were live in-person auditions between pre-reads and producer sessions, there was only a limited number of actors that we could interview. Now, with self-taping, that net that gets cast out is a much bigger net. So yes, when you compare it to the past, today's casting offices are receiving a larger number of auditions, which means they have a lot more work to do in considering who they're going to present to producers. Now, many of you are already aware of this, especially those of you who are actively auditioning, as reflected in the comments section of a very recent video I released on this channel. I'll include the link to that video in the description box below. The fact is, yes, submission saturation is a real thing, and it's something that unfortunately we as actors are forced to deal with until our union steps in and does something about it. Now, having said that, in defense of casting directors everywhere and in answering Barbara's question, let me say this. Most casting offices have every intention on watching every single tape that gets submitted. But if you just think about it logically, let's say that the casting office sends out the auditions and the appointments, the self-tape appointments, on Sunday, and the deadline is Wednesday at 6 p.m. Let's say there's 80 self-tapes that this office is expecting to receive. 10 of them are going to come in, let's say, Monday night. And let's say on Tuesday morning, they receive 15 more. And Tuesday night, a few more trickle in. Wednesday, there's a larger number of submissions that are coming in. And then there's the rush that happens right at 6 p.m., right at the last minute. If you're that casting office and on Monday night, you have 10 tapes already that you can start looking at, and let's say that 5 out of those 10 auditions are really, really strong, good candidates, you're going to make note of that, right? And then Tuesday, you look at the 15 more that came in the next morning, and let's say that 80% of them, let's say that about 11 or 12 of those 15 auditions are fantastic auditions. You're going to make note of that. Right there, you've already got over 20 auditions that you could present to your producers and feel really good about. And this is only Tuesday afternoon. You've still got the rest of Tuesday evening and Wednesday morning and Wednesday afternoon, and you know that that rush is coming right at Wednesday at 6 p.m. You're that casting director. If it's going to save you time and effort to go ahead and move forward and show your producers some of the early tapes that you feel really good about, that is certainly prudent. I'm not saying that all casting offices do this, but it would certainly be reasonable to expect that they might. So all this to say, if you are an actor who consistently takes as much time as possible and waits right up until the last minute to get your self-tape submission turned in, and you're not booking, you might want to consider the possibility that your tapes may not be getting seen. Or because the casting director, by the time your tape comes in, they've already seen a ton of other auditions that are pretty good, they may not watch yours. That is a chance that you are taking by waiting until the last minute. So my advice is develop a system in which you have excellent preparation early on. Start preparing for that self-tape audition as soon as it comes in. Do the script analysis. Get into the mind of the character. Start doing the work. Especially if it's a lot of dialogue, you want that dialogue to really sink in. You want the work to go deep, and you want to present the best possible audition that you can for that role. You know, submitting your self-tape is not like going to a Hollywood party where it might be, oh, a little glamorous to be fashionably late. No. For self-tape submissions, being fashionably late, which basically means getting it in right at the deadline, not smart. So that's my advice, Barbara. That is my A to your Q. I certainly hope it helped. Until next time, be good to yourselves, be good to the world, and I will catch you on the next question. See ya!